It's just it's a couple of things I wanted to ask you.
Go ahead.
Did you make any headway with?
We're waiting for updates. Now we're going to push them again.
Yeah.
It's usual department stuff.
Right.
And they'll run. So we're going to push them. So we've sent in the initial, you've seen all the initial stuff,
Yeah.
and we'll push them then to get an answer for you.
Yeah.
So don't worry, Anne Louise is on it.
Right, because you know yourself at this stage, if they knew if I was wrong, they'd have been back within 2 fucking minutes, and you know that yourself, right?
Absolutely.
Now there is an update, and I'll give it to you.
Go ahead.
The council are after being down in Mornington here, and they've redone all the heating systems there last year, right?
Yes.
So they're after putting them in all fucking wrong again.
This is this was a pilot scheme that they brought in private contractors, insulators, and they put in lag and all of that stuff.
Well, the gas thing is they didn't even fucking lag the cylinder itself is not lagged. Everything else is lagged by the cylinder. They think that actually keeps the fucking water hot. So that tells you how stupid they are, right? It's a great lag and everything is done brilliant. Apart from the connection, the feed again is connected to the fucking mains, completely against. There's no regulation, you see.
And can you tell you, was that originally there from the original build?
I don't. No. This is new stuff.
This is new stuff that they put in.
Yeah. I'd hate to see what it was like before that.
Right.
It was probably the same as my estate, more than likely.
Right.
But they've once again, and it's only after being done. It's only done before Christmas.
Oh, it was only done before Christmas, yes.
And the fucking thing is connected.
Right.
So
Yeah. Well, we keep pressure
there
on
might be no harm to have, at this stage, to have a chat with the council. That whoever is inspecting the fucking work, at least if they're going to do more work for the council, wasting your money, my money.
Yes.
Because that means that it has to be a public issue now as well, you see.
Yes.
Because before it was in private households.
Yes.
But now you're actually talking about public
And
council
have
houses.
Tony, have they changed, have they put that piping in, have they put this in with the new...
Yeah, with the new boilers.
With the new boilers?
Yeah.
They've put that in?
They've put it in, yeah. It just baits all. It baits absolutely all. But see, because there's no regulation on the fucking issue. Now, it's still not as bad as my estate. It's bad, and it can leak, right? But it's a lot harder to leak, right?
Yeah.
But it will and can happen.
What I want is somebody from the department to come out and do a test.
Yeah.
And at least then, if right,
But,
so be it.
but even at this stage, even a letter to the council might be no harm, just to tell them to make sure that when them connections are being made, to get them checked, to check the fucking things.
Right.
Just even, there's no regulation there at the moment, but even best practice says, don't do it this particular way.
Right.
Right?
Could you send me an email and I could send it to the foreman that's over the whole thing? Just a small email, not a whole.
Yeah.
And I'd send it to Jerry Hughes and to Tom Trainer.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no point in, like, them boys are probably doing more systems as well.
Yeah.
But if no one knows what they're looking at when they're checking, like,
Yes.
I was talking to some people and they were saying that 2 or 3 people come in inspecting the house to check the insulation, to check this, that, the other. But obviously who's ever looking at the heating system doesn't, because it's well hidden, it's hidden in the back.
Right.
It's even buried where you won't get to it too easy.
Right.
But there's no point in wasting more fucking, and like, they're going to be in for another 30, 40 years. Like, it's mad.
And to change the system round, to put in a proper system, what's the extra expense? Is there any extra expense?
There's not a lot.
Just another...
No. Well, the connection there after doing the Mornington. No, there's no extra expense to do what they're doing. Just put in the correct fittings.
Right.
And you see, they compound the problems with the fittings, and I'll tell you what the real problem is. None of the fittings anymore are up to international standards. They're not British standard stuff anymore. We're buying in all cheap imports from fucking China. All stuff that was made in Dublin. The valves used to be actually made in Dublin. They don't make them anymore. They can't compete. They told me that themselves. And there's one distributor in Dublin buying all cheapest shit in from China and selling it.
So that one that's in Britain, Tony, where is that made in Britain, is it?
Well, it's made to their standard.
And is it far superior?
Oh, 100%. 100%. It's a different ballgame. It's like buying a fake Rolex and a real thing. Do you understand?
And is it bigger or smaller in size?
No, they're the same size. They're the same size, but there's the wrong metals used in them. There's the wrong plastics used in them. They're not tested. You know what I mean? There's loads of different reasons why.
Right. So are you talking maybe a couple of pounds extra for the British one compared to the...
Like, let's say the Irish one maybe 350. The British one is probably 20 quid.
And that's all. That's just great. quid.
But that's on top of the wrong connection.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So
Yeah.
one, it's bad enough that there's a wrong connection there, but at least if it was British standard stuff, it
Yeah.
might have some hope of doing its job.
Yeah.
But these youngsters, once they go 1% down
Yeah.
in efficiency, that's when they could be legal.
Yeah.
1%. They don't have to break 100%.
Well, you do me up, I get to Jerry Hughes and to Tom Traynor. Now, give you the rundown of the way the local authority works. I had the pyrite issue in Summerhill.
Yeah.
When I went in there first, because I knew what pyrite was about because I seen it in other areas. It was the first time the local authority had seen pyrite in any of the houses. When I brought them out, they hadn't a clue. They denied that the pyrite was there. They denied that there was any problems, that it was just structure and little cracks appeared and it was plaster and they fixed it. So they came in and plastered.
I know, I've been through the procedures.
And all fucking and everything.
Yeah.
So it took me actually 5 years since I became a TD to get people moved out of Summerhill, to get them rehoused, and now the houses are boarded up, and I'm trying to get them to get funding to redo them and to get it sorted.
Yeah.
So the council or the department again are worse.
Yeah, but you see, here's what might work, right? I know that the department probably don't want to give me written confirmation, right? More than likely, right?
Yes.
But they might give written confirmation. The building standards might pass it on to the council. Do you understand?
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Like, I understand why they won't do it to me, but you know yourself, things can happen behind the scenes.
Yes. So will you do me just up a little, you know, just what you see and the way the connections are, and for a small amount of money, it can be done properly.
Exactly. It can be done properly. It wouldn't cost the same amount of money to do it right as do it wrong in money.
So there's no.
But there was no cash.
So please, give me all of that.
In that,
I do it to Jerry Hughes and to Tom Traynor. They're the men.
Yeah.
I send that.
Right. Now, there is two other things I've thought of here now. There is actually one crowd that could prove this very quickly, right? And there are a crowd that are looking for good press, as you know. The guards, they're forensic lab. If I go talking to one of them for 10 minutes, I'd explain the theory, they would prove it right or wrong in 10 minutes. They'd know if there was somebody from the lab or a technician or something that I could talk to. They would prove this in 10 minutes. And they need good press.
Yeah. I don't know anybody that I could.
But just have a think about it.
Yeah.
Because as you know
surely to God there has to be somebody in there.
Well, as you know yourself, Ray, right? If I'm telling you, I've checked 5 estates in this house, in this town so far, and they're all connected the same as Mornington, right? All the same. Now, everyone in that house, as you know, are voters.
Yeah.
And if you're the one that blows this apart, Now,
Yeah.
I know that there's a lot of people in there, because what they're afraid of at the moment is liability. Who's liable for what? That's all that's stopping this coming out in the open, right? But if you're the one that blows this, it doesn't matter who the fuck is in government. You always get voted in. And if you sort this out, and you know that yourself, because people nowadays are worried about this, that, and the other.
Well, what I'm going to do is,
and if they realise that,
what I'm going to do is, I'm going to ask them, when you give me that email, I'm going to ask them, the local authority, can they send out the environment section to do tests on the supply of water now that is coming through the system that people are washing?
Yeah, but they don't even have to. They can do that as well. But the simple thing to do would be to get the Department of the Environment, their building standards, just to inform the council what the connection should be.
Yes, but can we not drag the...
And then drag it more.
Yeah, but can we not ask, because surely to God, in the environment section in Meath County Council, they're checking the water on a regular basis, the water, drinking water.
Yeah.
So surely to God, the same people that are doing them tests could take a sample from all people's showers up there in Mornington Heights and bring it to a laboratory and look
Yeah,
and
but
see.
it's a slightly different system in Mornington. It's, as I said, it's not quite as dangerous as mine.
Right.
Do you understand?
I do. Right.
It's something that could happen. It needs basically...
It needs time.
No, what it needs is actually, when the mains water drops down, the pressure drops for whatever reason, say Irish Water are doing a bit of work, or some of the fire brigade are up the road, or something like that. It needs something like that to happen for the connection to be made. Do you understand? Where in my house it's completely different.
Right.
In my house,
so
it's
where could we get the environment section of Meath County to check your house or something?
Well, they could check in my house anytime they want.
It's okay. But then could you ask them then in your email to me, and I'll support you then in asking for that to be done?
Yeah. I will, grand. Now, as I said, I changed the system in my house, but I have a chat with one or two of the neighbours. They can look at theirs.
Brilliant.
It's the same thing.
Brilliant.
It's the same
and
thing.
all we want is a man to go out and just bring out his bottles and his swabs and all that and take the test.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, as I say, once the HSE realise that that link is there, I'd say they'll jump on it. Do you understand?
Absolutely, and if we we can prove through the local authority that that the contamination is there, well then the local authority and the HSE and all people have to act.
Yeah, that's what you would have thought.
Well, we have to put them to the pin of the collar.
Yeah, but as I said, think about the Garda thing.
Yes.
Because that could be a way of, and that if they got their teeth on this, they'd blow it open, you know, because they've the technicians to do it.
Yes.
Because they actually test to see how people are getting poisoned and how people are getting killed or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So they have the technology there in their lab.
I'd say you're not too far off the beaten path, because the likes of cancers and all of that have been in Mornington Heights down through the years. It's already developed.
Exactly. And
they were blaming
the masks.
Yeah, but Tony, I have nearly, if I can get funded in the next 12, 18 months, I can get that mask down. But that's not going to solve the problem. Because there's nothing on that mask. The only thing that's on that mask is LMFM.
Look, you know yourself. If I haven't seen the system down there yet, but it will come out. I'll find out. I'll get somebody that's seen it. The system that was down there.
The old system.
The old system.
Yes.
But that's what was causing the problem, I'd say, right?
Yes.
Now I checked around the other local authority housing estates industry, and I checked two of them.
Yeah.
Now they're bad. They are bad as well.
Yes.
Right? Similar bad.
Yes.
Would you believe it? In Griffith Park, there was boilers in bedrooms.
Oh, fuck.
Right? Now, your woman told me, this one told me, she got it in about 14 years ago. She said, I just needed heat. I was glad that they put it in. Right?
In the fucking bedroom.
But you know, it's not illegal. At the time, it wasn't illegal. Now, I'd say, I'm sure now it is. Especially because they're old boilers. Like, the new boilers, they're very efficient and there's very little chance of a leak. But the old boilers, there's boilers down there that are 14 years old, parked in fucking bedrooms. There's only the look of God now if he's fucking kept.
Jesus Christ almighty.
Not to talk about the annoyance of trying to sleep with a boiler.
That would have been the problem above them, because I got a radon test done above Mornington Heights with the Residents Association, and it came back negative. And there's nothing on that mask, so that's negative. So
what's happening?
do that up for me. I get it into train on what you call it. What you're asking at the bottom of it, that can the environment section of Meath County Council send somebody out to check, and you give them places, and then I go and I push for it.
Yeah, and in the meantime, there's no harm to ask the Department of the Environment, as I said, even if it's in the back door, nothing to do with me.
But if we could get something here local from the local authority, we could then go and hit them.
But the local authority obviously don't understand the connection. Do you understand? They need something to show them, look, this is the way the connection should be.
Absolutely. But the job, Tony, the job of the local environment section is to come out when they're asked to check if somebody has a complaint that they're drinking dirty water.
But they told me that their problem only comes to the tap downstairs. You know, where the water's coming into the house. It doesn't involve the rest of the house. That's the problem.
Fuck.
See, that's the problem. They're saying the public, they're only to that point.
They have every way of getting out of the fucking thing.
And that it's a private household problem after that. But because it's Mornington, it's a public issue anyway.
Yeah, so we go and ask them.
Yeah.
We go and ask them.
Yeah.
Could they do a check?
Yeah. But the problem is not really Mornington. The problem is Mornington, but that's not the real serious one. It is bad and it's wrong and it will happen. There will be a leak down there.
Yes.
But the one that's happening all the time is Steeple Manor.
Yeah.
Like the people are definitely are.
But if we could nail down somewhere in the town, somewhere, we could go back to the half.
Exactly. And look,
it's to nail down.
It's to nail down.
It's hit me with 10 there, because when you say it goes into fuck me, I never thought that's the best one to get out of this that I ever had. So they're responsible just for the water coming
into the house. That's it. And that's where they step away then. But because it's Now, they're council houses.
Yeah.
I'd say it stretches further.
Yeah. Could you find out if there's an old system up there? Could you?
Yeah, that's what I am looking for at the moment.
Right.
And as I said,
so if you can find out that there's an old house up there, then I need your email.
Yeah.
I need you to give me the email in the first place,
Yeah.
and we'll go and we'll ask. But we need somewhere where we can get confirmation of what's happening.
Yeah.